One of the questions that always seems to pop up around the office here is why certain breeds of games made for video game systems have little or no representation on the PC platform. I can't figure it out.
Only recently have such popular genres as the shooter and the action RPG appeared on the PC, both of which by way of shareware authors. Megatech's Knights of Xentar is the first commercial action RPG for the PC that I've come across, and after seeing what it has to offer, I doubt it'll be the last.
Knights of Xentar.
In case you're wondering, we use the term action RPG to refer to games in the tradition of Sega's Phantasy Star and Nintendo's Legend of Zelda series. These games usually have an overhead view and a simplistic icon-driven interface which lets you manage spells, equipment, and the like.
Knights of Xentar looks and plays very much like those games, but also takes advantage of the PC hardware it runs on. There's a virtually unlimited save game feature as well as full digitized speech on the CD version. Take heed, however, if you're not used to Megatech games, you might not want to hear what the characters have to say.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll put it this way. The game is not intended for the mass market. As is the case with many Japanese cartoons and movies, the overall attitude of Xentar is one of sexism and male dominance. Virtually all the female characters you'll meet in the game are of the damsels in distress sort, many of whom, reward you for your services. God, did I really say that?
Well, you couldn't just come out and say what they actually do. Reward is fine, don't push it.
If you haven't already noticed, Xentar continues the Megatech tradition of utilizing anime artwork to supplement the game. I, for one, am an absolute addict of this form of cartooning and would play this game for no other reason than to see some of it. However, since it's only used in cutscenes at various points, you'll have to do just that, play the game.
And why not? Xentar is fun. You begin the game as Desmond, a young knight with a little kid's voice and a horrible reputation with women. You're knocked out and robbed of your two most prized possessions, your sword and your jewels. Anyway, you'll quickly forget the plot and take off in search of your stuff, your friends, and possibly some cheap thrills. Those of you who've resented the fact that your favorite RPGs don't include brothels should be appeased by Xentar.
At times, it seems like the point of the game is to engage in as much frivolous dialogue as possible with young, bouncy cartoon babes. There's plenty of off-color jokes to be heard, and if those don't offend you enough, you can purchase the NR18 Upgrade Kit, which removes what little clothing the babes are wearing. Be still my beating heart.
Progressing through the game isn't all that difficult. You enter towns to talk to people, rest, and make transactions. Outside of town is where all of the nasties live, and killing them results in experience points, money, and possibly treasure. While combat is real-time, it isn't controlled by you.
No, you said each character's fighting style is one of 6 types: total offense, total defense, and 4 others in between, and the PC takes care of everything. Damage is determined by your character attributes and the armor and weapons you use. Yeah, it's simple, but it works. And given the ridiculous number of creatures you'll encounter while walking around, it's probably better that combat is automatic.
With all the technological advancements made in gaming recently, I was looking forward to seeing what Xentar presented in the way of new quirks. Well, hold on to your hat, folks. Introducing the Megatech 3D map.
Wow, what a difference!
Incredible, huh? They should have included glasses and a bag of popcorn in the box.
Sorry, that was mean. Anyhow, as you progress through the game, you'll recruit some old friends into your party. One of them, Ralph, provides some good hand-to-hand melee support, while the other, Luna, helps out with magic.
Luna is the only magic user you get, and her spellbook isn't exactly what D&D fans may be used to. She has 3 or 4 combat spells, a healing spell, and a teleportation spell. It's not much, but it's really all you need in Xentar. Well, maybe a shed clothing spell would be cool for some of the girls you meet.
There goes our female audience.
Yeah, it's fun, but I found Xentar to be one of those quick-fix games that you play for a little while when you have the chance, rather than, say, an SSI RPG, which will rivet you to your PC for hours.
That's not really surprising. Most console games are like that. And Xentar is really just a console game that you play on your PC, the only exception being the great artwork.
Unless you're an anime fanatic, stick with the SNES or Genesis for games like this. Otherwise, you might as well try Xentar. It's not bad.